Imagine this. You're standing at the base of the Great Pyramid of Giza. The heat of the midday sun radiates off the golden limestone, the air shimmering in waves over the endless sands. The pyramid looms above you, its sheer size almost overwhelming. Each of its massive stone blocks weighs several tons, placed with such precision that not even a razor blade can slip between them. These structures have stood here for more than 4,000 years, witnessing the rise and fall of empires, their secrets sealed away beneath layers of time. But what if I told you that beneath your feet, hidden for millennia, lies something even more incredible? A lost city, an underground labyrinth stretching beneath the pyramids, long forgotten by history. And now, using cutting-edge technology, scientists have finally begun to uncover its existence. This discovery is not just another archaeological footnote. It could change everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt. For centuries, the pyramids have been a source of fascination and mystery. How are they built? Who designed them? Why do they align so perfectly with celestial bodies? Historians have long believed that these towering monuments were primarily tombs for the pharaohs. But what if that was only part of the truth? What if the real story of the pyramids has been buried, quite literally, beneath the sands of time? To understand why this discovery is so groundbreaking, we have to go back to the beginning. Ancient Egypt wasn't just a civilization. It was an empire that thrived for over 3,000 years. It produced architectural marvels, scientific breakthroughs, and cultural advancements that still influence our world today. But for all its achievements, there are gaps in the historical record, missing links that suggest we don't yet have the full story. Some of the greatest mysteries surrounding ancient Egypt include how the pyramids were constructed with such precision, why certain chambers inside them remain unexplored, and perhaps most intriguingly, whether they were built atop an even older civilization that predated the pharaohs. Recent discoveries suggest that the answer to that last question might be yes. For years, speculation swirled about what could lie beneath the Giza plateau. Myths of underground chambers, hidden tunnels, and lost records of an ancient people have persisted for generations. But until recently, there was no hard evidence to prove these claims. That all changed with the advent of ground-penetrating radar, GPR, thermal imaging, and advanced 3D mapping technologies, tools that allow scientists to peer beneath the surface without disturbing the sacred landscape. And what they found? It left even the most skeptical experts stunned. Deep beneath the sands, beneath the pyramids themselves, researchers detected the presence of vast empty spaces, massive voids that seemed too structured, too precise to be natural. Some of these tunnels run for hundreds of feet, connecting to large subterranean chambers that have never been explored. Could these chambers contain artifacts, records, or even entire structures belonging to a forgotten chapter of Egyptian history? Could this be the remains of an ancient city that once flourished beneath the very foundations of the pyramids? Egyptologists have long debated whether such a hidden city could exist. Ancient texts, some dating back thousands of years, mention vast underground complexes, hidden sanctuaries, and secret knowledge buried beneath the pyramids. Herodotus, the Greek historian who visited Egypt over 2,000 years ago, described an immense labyrinth beneath the sands, filled with endless passages and grand halls. But for centuries, these accounts were dismissed as exaggerations or myths. Now, however, modern technology is proving that the ancient stories may have been more fact than fiction. The implications of this discovery are staggering. If an underground city does exist beneath the pyramids, it could mean that the history of ancient Egypt is far older and more complex than we ever imagined. It could suggest that the Great Pyramids weren't just isolated monuments, but part of a much larger, interconnected civilization, one that operated both above and below ground. Some researchers even believe that these tunnels and chambers could contain evidence of lost knowledge, secrets about construction techniques, religious practices, or even unknown aspects of human history that have been erased by time. But one question remains: why was this underground city buried? Was it hidden intentionally? Did a catastrophic event force its abandonment? Or was it simply lost beneath the shifting sands over thousands of years? These are the mysteries scientists are racing to solve. Before we dive deeper into what has been uncovered so far, I have a quick question for you. Do you love unraveling the mysteries of the universe? Are you fascinated by lost civilizations, hidden history, and the secrets buried beneath our world? If so, you're in the right place. Cosmic Whispers is just beginning, and we need your help to grow this community. Hit subscribe, it's free, and together we'll embark on a journey to uncover the unknown. Now let's take a step back in time, thousands of years before modern explorers ever set foot in Egypt. Before pyramids, before pharaohs, before written records, was there a lost civilization that predated the great dynasties of Egypt? And did they leave behind a hidden city, buried beneath the most iconic monuments of all time? Let's find out. To truly understand the gravity of this discovery, we must go back, deep into the heart of ancient Egypt. Imagine the world as it was thousands of years ago. The Nile River, a lifeline in an otherwise unforgiving desert, snakes through the land, its waters nourishing sprawling settlements. Towering temples and bustling cities rise along its banks, their people engaged in an intricate dance of daily life, rituals, and grand architectural projects. But beneath this civilization, hidden beneath the sands, something else was taking shape. A secret world, buried over time, waiting to be rediscovered. The first clue that something lay beneath the pyramids came not from modern technology, but from ancient texts, writings that have baffled historians for centuries. Take, for example, the accounts of Herodotus, the Greek historian who traveled to Egypt around 2,400 years ago. He wrote of a vast labyrinth beneath the Giza plateau, describing an underground world filled with halls, tunnels, and chambers beyond imagination. These descriptions were often dismissed as exaggerations, the embellishments of a foreign traveler enchanted by the wonders of Egypt. But what if he was telling the truth? In the 19th and early 20th centuries, European explorers began documenting strange anomalies around the pyramids. Reports surfaced of underground passages, strange openings in the desert floor, and even local legends of hidden tunnels leading to secret chambers beneath the Great Pyramid itself. But without concrete evidence, these findings remained speculative. Until now. With the rise of satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar, researchers have finally been able to peer beneath the surface without excavation. What they found is astonishing. Using thermal scans, scientists detected temperature fluctuations along the pyramid's base, suggesting hidden voids. Further scanning revealed the presence of deep, interconnected tunnels extending beneath the Giza plateau, forming what appears to be a vast underground network. Some of these corridors seem to be leading to structures that resemble chambers, possibly untouched for thousands of years. But what could be hidden inside them? One leading theory suggests that this underground city could have served multiple purposes. Some believe it was a vast necropolis, a burial site not just for pharaohs, but for an elite class of priests, engineers, and scholars who held the keys to the kingdom's most sacred knowledge. Others propose a more radical idea, that this hidden city wasn't just for the dead, but for the living. Could it be that the ancient Egyptians, or even a civilization before them, built an underground refuge? If so, why? One possibility is that the underground city was designed as a sanctuary from the extreme forces of nature. Egypt's history is filled with tales of cataclysmic events, floods, earthquakes, shifting climates. If a powerful civilization once flourished here, it's possible they sought to protect themselves and their knowledge by constructing an elaborate subterranean complex. Another theory suggests an even deeper mystery. Some researchers point to the alignment of the pyramids with certain celestial bodies, particularly the Orion constellation. Ancient Egyptian texts reference the Duat, a mystical realm believed to be the gateway to the afterlife. Could it be that these tunnels and hidden chambers were meant to mimic the celestial pathways to the afterlife? Or perhaps they were designed for something even more enigmatic? Adding to the mystery, several researchers have noted the peculiar absence of traditional construction records for the pyramids. While we have detailed accounts of other Egyptian temples and monuments being built, the Great Pyramid seems to appear in history fully formed, with no surviving blueprints or inscriptions detailing its construction. If the underground city predates the pyramids, it could mean that the pyramids themselves were built upon the ruins of an even older civilization, one whose history has been erased either by time or by design. But why would such a civilization be forgotten? And more importantly, what happened to the people who built these hidden chambers? If this underground city truly exists, it could hold the answers to some of the most perplexing questions in history. Were the ancient Egyptians the first to harness the power of the pyramids, or did they inherit knowledge from an even older culture, one that has been lost to time? Did they build their monuments atop pre-existing structures, repurposing the ruins of a forgotten past? Some of the more controversial theories suggest that the origins of the pyramids might stretch back far earlier than conventional history acknowledges. While mainstream archaeology dates the Great Pyramid to around 2500 BCE, alternative researchers have proposed that the structure, or at least parts of the underground network beneath it, could be far older, perhaps even predating recorded Egyptian history. This idea isn't as far-fetched as it might seem. Around the world, other ancient civilizations have demonstrated knowledge and architectural prowess that appears to surpass their supposed technological limits. The megalithic structures of Göbekli Tepe in modern-day Turkey date back over 12,000 years, before agriculture, before cities, before the world as we know it. If an advanced civilization was capable of such feats at that time, could something similar have existed in Egypt long before the pharaohs? As new evidence emerges, scientists and archaeologists are faced with an incredible challenge. How do we separate history from legend? How do we uncover the truth when so much of the past has been buried, both literally and figuratively? What we do know is this: the discoveries beneath the pyramids are real. The hidden chambers, the tunnels, the anomalies detected by modern scanning. These are not myths. They are tangible evidence that something lies beneath one of the most famous sites in human history, something that has remained hidden for thousands of years. But this is only the beginning. The next phase of exploration is already underway. Scientists are working to determine how to safely access these hidden chambers without damaging the priceless structures above them. The Egyptian government, known for its strict control over archaeological sites, has remained unusually quiet about the findings, leading to even more speculation about what might be down there. The answers could change. Everything. Are we standing on the ruins of an ancient, forgotten civilization? Is there hidden knowledge buried beneath the pyramids, secrets that could reshape our understanding of history? Or will this underground city reveal something even more shocking, something that defies explanation? One thing is certain: our journey into the unknown is far from over. Picture this: scientists armed with the most advanced scanning equipment on Earth, standing on the scorching sands of the Giza Plateau. They adjust their instruments, recalibrating their sensors as they peer into the unseen world beneath the pyramids. The data starts rolling in: strange voids, long-forgotten tunnels, vast underground spaces stretching deeper than anyone ever imagined. The excitement is palpable. These aren't just minor anomalies or natural caves. What the scanners are detecting appears to be an intricate subterranean network, corridors carved with precision, chambers whose size suggests they weren't just storage rooms or tombs, but something much greater. And then something even more incredible happens. A new scan conducted near the Sphinx reveals a massive hidden cavity. Some researchers had speculated about its existence for years, citing ancient texts that described a hall of records, a legendary underground library containing the lost knowledge of an ancient civilization. Until now, there had been no proof. But the new imaging results suggest that something truly significant is buried beneath one of the most mysterious monuments in history. Could this be the key to unraveling the biggest mysteries of ancient Egypt? To fully grasp the significance of this discovery, we need to understand the role of the Sphinx and its connection to the pyramids. The Sphinx, massive, weathered, and enigmatic, has long been shrouded in controversy. While mainstream archaeology dates it to around 2500 BCE, some researchers argue that its extreme weathering suggests it could be far older, possibly dating back to a lost era of civilization. The idea that the Sphinx predates the pyramids isn't new, but if there is indeed a hidden chamber beneath it, the implications are staggering. Egyptian legend speaks of a time before the pharaohs, when the gods themselves walked the earth. Some believe this was a reference to an advanced civilization that predated dynastic Egypt, a civilization that may have left behind its secrets buried deep beneath the Giza plateau. And now, modern technology is beginning to confirm what ancient texts have hinted at for centuries. But here's where things get even stranger. As scientists analyze the underground structures, they find that the tunnels beneath the pyramids don't just extend horizontally, they go deeper, far deeper than expected. Some of these passageways descend into levels that seem to have been deliberately concealed, as if they were meant to be forgotten. And at the lowest depths, something extraordinary appears on the scans. Rectangular formations, perfectly aligned. Not natural rock formations, but something constructed, something ancient. This is where history begins to collide with legend. Some researchers now speculate that these lower levels might be remnants of a civilization that existed before even the first pharaohs of Egypt. If that's true, it raises a profound question. Did the Egyptians inherit the pyramids, or at least the underground structures beneath them, from an earlier lost culture? Could the great monuments of Egypt be part of a much older legacy, a forgotten chapter in human history? Theories about a pre-Egyptian civilization have long been dismissed by mainstream archaeologists. But discoveries like Göbekli Tepe, an advanced megalithic site in Turkey dating back over 12,000 years, have forced scholars to reconsider what early humans were truly capable of. If an advanced society existed before recorded history, could it have influenced the great civilizations that followed? The underground city beneath the pyramids might hold the answer, but accessing these hidden chambers is no simple task. The Egyptian government has been notoriously protective of its archaeological sites, and gaining permission to excavate beneath the pyramids is nearly impossible. Some believe there is more to this secrecy than just historical preservation, that certain discoveries might challenge long-held narratives about Egypt's past. In the late 1990s, our team of researchers, led by geologist Dr. Robert Schoch and Egyptologist John Anthony West, conducted an analysis of the Sphinx, arguing that the erosion patterns on the monument were consistent with extreme rainfall that would have occurred thousands of years before the conventional date of its construction. If the Sphinx is older than previously thought, and if there are hidden chambers beneath it, then what else have we been wrong about? The mystery deepens with an even more tantalizing possibility. What if the knowledge contained in these hidden chambers isn't just historical, but technological? Ancient Egypt was known for its advanced understanding of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering. Their ability to align massive structures with celestial bodies, their precision-cut stonework, their use of complex irrigation and construction techniques all suggest a level of sophistication that still puzzles modern engineers. What if some of this knowledge wasn't lost but hidden? Some believe that the underground city could contain artifacts that challenge everything we think we know about ancient technology. Could this be where the fabled lost science of the ancients is buried? Could these tunnels hold evidence of an understanding of energy, engineering, or even medicine that surpasses what we once believed was possible for a civilization of that era? Or could it contain something even more mysterious? Legends from various cultures speak of underground chambers holding objects of great power, sacred relics, forbidden knowledge, or even records of civilizations that existed before the the last ice age. If such a vault exists beneath the pyramids, what might it reveal? One thing is certain: the more we uncover, the more the story of the pyramids changes. For decades, we have been taught that ancient Egypt began around 3100 BCE, with the first pharaohs establishing a great kingdom that flourished for thousands of years. But if the underground city is real, and if it predates the pyramids themselves, then we are looking at a civilization that may have existed long before our historical records begin. And if that's true, then history itself needs to be rewritten. But there's still more to uncover. In the next section, We'll explore the latest attempts to access these hidden chambers, the controversies surrounding the excavation efforts, and what could happen if we finally unlock the secrets buried beneath the pyramids. This is where the mystery takes an even darker turn. The stage is set. The pyramids, the Sphinx, the underground tunnels, all of them hold secrets that have eluded humanity for thousands of years. But now, with cutting-edge technology revealing hidden voids and vast subterranean structures beneath the Giza plateau, we stand on the precipice of a discovery that could rewrite history itself. Yet, despite these astonishing findings, something strange is happening. Archaeologists, researchers, and independent investigators, eager to explore these underground chambers, have repeatedly been met with silence or outright resistance. The Egyptian government has placed strict restrictions on excavations, denying permits to those who wish to investigate the anomalies further. And when questioned about the newly detected voids beneath the Great Pyramid, officials have downplayed their significance, even as scientists confirm their existence. Why? If there is nothing of importance beneath the pyramids, why the secrecy? Why the refusal to allow deeper exploration? Some believe that what lies beneath the sands of Egypt is simply too controversial, too world-altering to be revealed. If the underground city predates the pyramids, then it challenges everything we know about the origins of Egyptian civilization. It could mean that the ancient Egyptians were not the first advanced culture to inhabit this land. It could mean that an even older, forgotten civilization once thrived here, long before the time of the pharaohs. And if that's the case, what happened to them? One chilling possibility is that this underground city was abandoned not by choice, but out of necessity. What if its builders faced a catastrophic event, one so devastating that it forced them to seal their knowledge away, burying their secrets beneath the desert sands in the hopes that future generations would one day uncover them? Theories of a lost civilization, one that existed before recorded history, have long been dismissed by mainstream archaeology. But as we continue to find evidence of ancient structures that defy explanation, from the megalithic ruins of Göbekli Tepe to the submerged pyramids off the coast of Japan, the idea no longer seems impossible. In fact, it might be the missing piece of the puzzle. But here's where the mystery takes an even darker turn. What if this knowledge, this lost history, has already been discovered and deliberately hidden? There are whispers among researchers, stories of secret expeditions carried out under the cover of darkness. Some claim that certain discoveries made beneath the pyramids have been quietly removed, never to be shared with the public. Others believe that ancient texts and artifacts, objects that could potentially rewrite the timeline of human history, have been locked away, classified, or even destroyed. And then there's the strangest theory of all, the possibility that the underground chambers beneath the pyramids contain not just historical artifacts, but something far more unsettling. What if the ancient Egyptians, or the civilization that came before them, were not just builders, but custodians? What if they were guarding something they believed was too powerful, too dangerous to ever be unleashed? Could this be why access to these chambers has been so tightly controlled? For centuries, the Great Pyramid has been speculated to be more than just a tomb. Some believe it was a machine, an energy generator, harnessing the natural electromagnetic forces of the earth. Others suggest it was a kind of ancient vault, designed to protect something of immense significance. But if the underground city was part of this system, then its purpose remains a mystery, and perhaps it was meant to stay that way. Despite the restrictions, scientists continue their work. Ground-penetrating radar, thermal imaging, and AI-powered mapping technology are revealing more secrets every day. The underground city is real. The tunnels, the hidden chambers, they are there, beneath our feet. But the question remains, will we ever be allowed to see what's inside? The discovery of an ancient underground world beneath the pyramids is not just another archaeological find. It is a game-changer. It forces us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about human civilization. It challenges the timeline of history. It suggests that our ancestors were far more advanced than we ever imagined, and perhaps most importantly, It leaves us with a choice. Will we continue to accept the official version of history, the one written in textbooks and taught in schools? Or will we dare to look deeper, to question, to explore, to uncover the truth? Because if the underground city beneath the pyramids truly holds the answers to humanity's forgotten past, then discovering it might not just change history, it might change everything. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow seekers of truth, and drop a comment below. What do you think is hidden beneath the pyramids? A lost civilization? A forbidden archive of ancient knowledge? Or something even more extraordinary? Let's discuss. And remember, this is just the beginning. The past has secrets, and together we'll uncover them, one by one. Until next time, stay curious,